and thanks for watching the DIY Daddy channel. My name is Don, and in this video we're going to be making a raised garden bed. Raised garden beds typically start off around 6 inches high. Some get a lot higher. I have some that are 2.5 feet tall. Keep in mind though, the higher it is, the more fill you've got to put in it. With the raised garden beds, it allows you to start planting earlier. The soil thaws and warms up faster, especially if you have a dark exterior to the raised bed. And yeah, there's just a lot of benefits to it. You know, it's easier to water, it's easier on your back. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to make a raised garden bed out of scrap wood. I use a lot of pallet wood and wood from old crates. I found a shipping company that they do a lot of like large machinery and parts. So I can get boards like these I think about 10 feet long, and they are just a little over 6 inches wide. So if you're going to use store-bought wood, it's going to be a lot easier, of course. I like the idea that I'm able to recycle wood that's going to get chucked out, so that's why I'm using these. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to figure out how big we want these beds. The ones that I'm making today are just going to be for garlic this fall. So I only want them to be about 4 feet long and maybe about 20 inches wide. So what I'm going to do, we're going to start off by measuring out our wood. So I now have two 4-foot sections. Those are going to be my sides. And now I want two sections that are 20 inches. Now I've got my two 20-inch sections. Right, and this, I bet you anything, that's going to be almost 4 feet. Sweet. Sides for my next box. Alright, so next comes the assembly. So what I'm going to do is, because this is scrap wood, I don't really care too much. I understand that it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be flaws. That being said, though, I'm still going to try to make sure that the most presentable surfaces are facing outwards. So I am going to stain it. Now, also, this is rough cut wood, so it's going to absorb moisture a lot faster than wood that you would buy at like Home Depot or something. So I'm not expecting these beds to last more than 3 or 4 years, but it's free, so I'm good with that. I'm using regular brad nails. Suppose if you wanted to do this really well, you would glue it and screw it. But I am not that picky, and I'm going to say it again, it's free wood. So all this is costing me is about 10 minutes. Alright, let's try that again. So now we've got this box, this square, rectangle, sorry, and it's a little bit wobbly. So in my last video, I mentioned not throwing out these little scraps. All these little pieces that just come from odds and ends of other projects. What I'm going to use these for is to shore up the corners. This is the side that's going to be facing down, so they're going to be covered in dirt. You're not going to see them, but what they can do is still add a lot of structural integrity to the box without affecting the appearance of it. So all I'm going to do is just tack one of these down right in the corner. That corner's going to be a little bit rough because there's some material missing, but let's see what I can do with that. So I'm probably not going to be able to put anything in this corner. I don't think my nails are long enough to really make it down that far. So I'm going to leave that corner blank, but typically you could put in another piece in there, and I mean already you can see how much sturdier that is. I mean that's not going anywhere. So when it's down like this, you're not going to see those pieces in the bottom of the corner. It's going to be right flush with the ground. Going to fill this up with soil, and 6 inches is a good depth for just about everything. Most garden plants, most vegetables that you're going to grow are hardly ever going to require more than 8 to 10 inches of soil, except for a few exceptions. Things like potatoes, possibly carrots. Corn, sometimes the roots can go pretty deep, but that's just a few things compared to the 100 or so different varieties of vegetables and greens you can grow. So again, for this, I'm growing garlic. I got one of these for all of my different onions. I've got my squash planted in these, and my cucumbers planted in boxes like this. So that's pretty much it. So you can choose to paint it, stain it, do whatever you like, or you can leave it as is. One tip that I learned that I thought was fairly interesting, someone actually charred the outside with a torch, blackened it up a little bit, and then kind of lightly sanded it. What that does is it, of course, makes it darker, and according to him, it helped prevent rot a little bit more, and it made it hotter in here, so that the plants, the roots got warmer, and you were able to plant sooner in the spring, and the plants essentially grew bigger, had a longer season. All right, so that's it for making a raised garden bed. Again, if you wanted to make them taller, all you'd really have to do is get like a piece of 2x4 and tack it in the corner, and then keep tacking planks on the outside going up. So you have 2x4s in every corner, and then you just keep layering the planks going up till it's the height that you want. Alright, so thanks for watching. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing a video on a nice pallet wood, scrap wood, flower, kind of like a flower box, something to go around a 5-gallon pail. I'm going to be growing potatoes in 5-gallon pails this year, and what I'm going to be making is just a decorative thing to go over it. That's it. So you don't see a 5-gallon pail on your deck. So thanks for watching. See you later.